Water bears, also known as tardigrades, are eight-legged, segmented microanimals. Water bears are around 0.5 millimeters, with four pair of legs and a transparent body, and can only be viewed under a low-power microscope. What makes them so unique is the fact that they have been found everywhere, from tropical rainforests to the deep sea, mount volcanoes, or even the Antarctic. Tardigrades are oviparous, and fertilization is usually external. Mating occurs during the molt, with the eggs being laid inside the female and then covered with sperm. Researchers believe that some species of tardigrades might even be able to survive for up to a century. Yet, the average lifespan of a tardigrade is rarely longer than a few months. Similar to the microbes in winographic columns, water bears are able to survive in extreme conditions. Water bears are in fact the most resilient animal known, since they can survive in extreme conditions such as extreme temperatures, extreme pressures, radiation, air deprivation, dehydration, etc. Water bears are almost impossible to kill, and that's why the scientists are very interested in researching more about them. In the winographic columns, microorganisms are found in the soil and water, and although they are inside the column, they adapt to these conditions and find nutrition from the extra ingredients we put in, such as carbon for the paper, sulfur for the egg, etc. However, for bacteria to create life, such as maggots, certain conditions must be met. We made sure to add paper, water, soil, eggs, and position the columns during the sunlight under the sunlight while making sure that the room temperature was ideal. Water bears are tougher and do not require such demanding conditions to survive. They can survive from a wide range of extreme temperatures and up to 30 years without any food or water. Knowing all this information about our friends, scientists decided to extend our knowledge. Feliz Sanchez is here to further inform you about the importance of these creatures in regards to the life in the universe.
On September 2007, Engineer Johnson of Sweden's Kurtistad University launched two species of dried-up water bears from Kyrgyzstan aboard the ESA Photon M3 mission. They spent 10 days of exposure in space before returning to Earth. Once they were safely retrieved on Earth, the students and scientists began to rehydrate the water bears to test how they reacted to the airless conditions in space, and as well as the ultraviolet radiation from the sun to charge particle cosmic rays. The vacuum itself seemed to have little effect on the creatures, but the ultraviolet radiation, which can damage your cellular materials and DNA, did take its toll. In one of the two species tested, 68% of the specimen were shielded from the high energy radiation from the sun and were revived within 30 minutes of being rehydrated. No animal has survived open space before. In fact, many of these tardigrades / water bears went on to lay eggs that successfully hatched. The survival of the water bears shows just how robust and amazing these creatures are. Now, doing research on these remarkable species got me thinking what some scientists do believe. What if they came from outer space? As far as we know, there's no other species that relate to them on this planet. They're so different, we couldn't even make a guess. They have the ability to survive 122 degrees Celsius and even 200 to 300 degrees below zero. Extreme dehydration, cosmic radiation. They can even also stabilize their cell membranes and DNA. Now, tell me, doesn't that sound like an alien to you? In conclusion, doing my research on the water bears, I believe these animals need to be tested more. They could be the door that opens many insights for us on space, bioscience, and in other areas.